Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Samantha Brady, who is the new Director of Downtown Development for the City of Bardstown. That's very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yes, now let's start off. I know a lot of people out there know you because you've been around the community working in various different positions. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm a native of Bardstown, so I'm from the most beautiful small town in America, and I absolutely adore Bardstown, and I always have. It's so much a part of who I am. So it was actually a perfect fit. I feel like a perfect fit.
That's fantastic. Now, Ann used to be the director, and she moved on to
Heaven
the
Hill.
distilleries, right?
Yes.
So that opened up, so now you just started a couple weeks ago, is that correct?
I did, and Ann helped me for a couple weeks, and Ann was kind enough, she's going to come back for the Arts and Crafts Fair and help me a little bit more. So I'm definitely following in some wonderful footsteps, and Ann did such a great job. She set me up for success, I feel like. So
super,
yeah.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about your Director of Downtown Development. That also includes Main Street, and includes some of the other programs that go on downtown, in addition, including the Arts and Crafts Fair. And the Arts and Crafts Fair has been going on for many years.
It has.
And takes up really all of downtown.
It sure
hundreds
does.
of booths, right?
It sure does. 4th, 5th Street, Flagey. So on all those roads downtown, you're going to see the Arts and Crafts Fair just like you do every year.
What's the date?
October the 12th and 13th.
Okay.
So it's always the Saturday and the Sunday of October.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really good time. We've got about 200, I want to say a little over 215 vendors.
Fantastic.
So that should be a really good time.
Super. Now, is there anything new and exciting this year that we should be looking out for?
There really is. This year we have a beer festival. Next Generation is taking care of the beer festival this year, so that it's something very new, and it's going to be mostly craft distillers, and it's the Saturday night of the Crafts Fair. So maybe when you're done looking around at the Crafts Fair, you can stop and have some craft beer. That's
right. It's better to drink the beer afterwards, because if you drink it beforehand, you might try a lot of crafts that you wouldn't have otherwise. Which maybe the craft vendors would like that, I guess.
They might like it. Their sales might just go through the roof.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That could be a good time.
It could be. Maybe we'll do it before the Crafts Fair next time. Breakfast beer.
Yeah. Now, where is the Brewfest going to be?
It is actually going to be right at the farmer's market. So you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away after the Crafts Fair. So it's perfect timing, and we're going to see how it goes this year, and maybe we'll make a few changes next year. But just like every event, just like the Bourbon Festival started, we're hoping that this maybe one day will get as big as that.
Yes, and that's being put on by the Next Generation, you're saying?
Next Generation and Main Street.
Okay, super. Come on out. Hopefully we'll have beautiful weather for it.
I hope so. I'll tell you what, Saturday of the Bourbon Festival was so beautiful. If I could just order up some weather like that, I'd be perfect.
Now, speaking of the Bourbon Festival, you just wrapped that up this past weekend. And you actually helped spearhead a new event.
Yes, it was a 1920s style event. It was called Elocution. It was on Saturday night, and it was actually at the same night
as the gala.
Yeah. So it was an alternative to the gala. The gala is a little higher priced, but it's just a different kind of event.
Right.
So it's a little a notch up. This ticket price was $45. So it was just another option for people to take, and it was fun. We had a blast.
And it was the first year for it, and actually you were kind of highlighting craft distilleries.
Craft distilleries,
so
yeah.
So things that are kind of going on.
Well, I think that's kind of, it's kind of moving in that direction now. I think all those craft, it's kind of funky and fun, and that's just the cool thing to do now. And people like to try something different too.
Right.
But of course, we'll never steer far from our old faithfuls.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was a new event. So next year you'll have to keep an eye out for that, because Samantha does a great job organizing these kind of things.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff with it. So what else is going on with downtown that we need to know about?
Well, you know, I'm mostly focusing on right now, just because this will be my 3rd week this week. So I'm focusing on Crafts Fair for the most part and the beer festival.
Right.
But I also need to go to my local businesses. I need to do a lot of listening. I need to understand what their likes and their dislikes are, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what I can incorporate and make better.
Right.
So that's my main goal for the weeks coming up, and then of course Light Up Bardstown is to follow after, after October and after all that's over
Right.
with, and Santa Claus and all that good stuff. So
Which is fun.
yeah, yeah, I get to hang out with Santa Claus a little bit. That's going to be awesome.
That's right. You better get your list ready.
That's
better
right.
Get your girl too.
That's right. I will definitely.
Get all everything you want. So again, Samantha Brady, she is the new Director of Downtown Development for the City of Bardstown. If you own a business in the area and you have some questions or some feedback, I'm sure Samantha would love to hear it. And again, mark your calendar for the second weekend in October for the Arts and Crafts Fair. It's going to be going on. It's a really nice event. It's a free event too, unless you end up buying something.
That's right.
Yeah, some of the foods or what have you. How about the craft beer? Is there going to be a charge for that?
There is a charge. It's $30 at the door, $25 if you go onto mainstreet.com. So you might want to try to do that in advance and go ahead and get those tickets.
Okay.
And it'll lead you to the beer festival website.
Okay, and you can find out more about that too, and it's at mainstreet.com? Mm-hmm. Okay. You can find out some more about that. You can also like them on Facebook, I'm sure, and get some more information
Yeah, you
there
sure
too.
can. You sure can.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us. And if
Thank you for having me.
Yes, if you have some questions or some feedback, you can go to the Old Courthouse and Welcome Center there in
right.
Bardstown and talk with Samantha. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, this is Gary White for Central Kentucky Television.